Welcome back to more classic Warcraft. It's been a while, but I had some levels to get before this next dungeon, which is Sunken Temple. And this is the second to last one before 60. So we are on the large lake area in the Swamp of Sorrows. Temple of Adol Haker. Let's go. I got some items from Mirror Princess. Eye of Tear Dress, shoulder from the Croc, the dagger from the princess, and the offhand from the giant. Did not get the necklace, but I did about as many runs as I could suffer, so. Neither of my other characters got the ring. It only seems to drop like 1 out of every 5 or 6 runs. Got our 3 quests linked over there. There's actually a couple more, but I don't bother to do the rest. These are the only ones that I think are worth your time. I was thinking about recording the Genta altar area in the Hinterlands, which I do before coming here. Which it's comparable to a dungeon, but it's all outdoors. The area is full of elites, and there's a big long row of quests to do there, but just decided not to bother recording it. It's hard enough to find groups there. I think one of the quests is to pick up these stone things here, but I don't have that one. It might actually be on the Alliance, I don't know. We ain't worried about it. This is a large dungeon. They're getting big at this point. In fact, it'd be nice if we just ran inside. We're not even in the dungeon yet. This is all shit outside. I'm surprised that went off. Once we get past this hallway here, it'll be a good time to just charge in and not bother with the rest. The Halloween event's going to be ending soon. I think it's going to November 2nd. It is currently the morning past midnight of November 1st. So it was Halloween night. One thing I've been busy doing is watching the Game Hoarders marathons over on YouTube. He went above and beyond this month. He did all 5 Blackwell games. On top of like several other games before those. And then all of Waxworks. Basically several years worth of October LP just being bombed up there. So I've been busy watching while working my characters. A free spell. That glorious clear casting is going to occur increasingly often because I got it up to 3 points now. And we're actually very close to 51 where I'll get another point into it. Most mages are not going to have that until the 50s, because that would require you to dock 10 points out of your fire or frost tree, which you're just not going to do. Because the first row is crap, you're basically spending 10 points to get it. It would have been really nice if the wand spec was on the first row, then you could have put 2 points into that, which would have been nice. But they put it right next to clear casting. Who the hell would take the wand spec over the clear casting? Yes, I did summon an extra stack of water. We could just run in very easily at this point. I don't think this is the right way. I'm getting confused though. Yeah, this is like the basement, away from the dungeon door. Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna run in. The Fearless Fire Mage. Door is right here. Okay, it's been a while. I used to have this place memorized inside and out. I know that way is the way you don't want to go. That way is the way you want to go, but you can't go there yet. You need to take one of the two middle paths first. Which there's some that goes to the very bottom basement area of the dungeon, which you don't need to go to. Basically a waste of your time. What we need to do, I think we'll be going up, but not as up as that path. There's like 3 different floors to this dungeon. But, where's the map? Yeah, that's not very helpful. So this is a dungeon where a map... I've got to remember this place in 3D, so it's... Maps are good for a flat, horizontal area or level. I don't think this is going to do you much good in this place. I prefer this path here because it's right next to that one. So, I'm just trying to remember if we're supposed to go up first or down. I think you're supposed to go up, but not as up as this one, because that goes up to the 3rd floor. Or is it the 2nd floor? I'm confused which floor we go to first. I can't remember. I know that what we need to do is take out all of the troll mini-bosses. And that will open the doors to the main, so you want water too? I only summoned 1 extra stack. I'll just give him mine, I guess. But we're going to come to a path either up or down. I'm pretty sure we should go up. It'll come back to me. I remember most shit than most people. I used to know these dungeons, like top to bottom, left to right, back when other people had never entered them before. Yeah. Fortunately, they might know where they're going. Okay, so we're going up. I think we're on the top floor. I remember the rhythm, once I get into the rhythm. Because this spot here will go to one of the troll bosses, and we need to get all of those. And this place is very symmetrical, which is helpful. We're basically going to go up, down, around in a circle. Is that clear casting? I had this place remembered in like a sequence. Get up my arcane elixir. So this is going to be one of the mini troll bosses. You can see we're on the ledges here. So yeah, well, this should be the top floor. Although technically there's still more stairs going up, but you can see each ledge has other bosses. We gotta go around and get all these guys, or we won't be able to get to the real bosses. And that is the main area down there with dragons everywhere. We don't want to go there yet, because we gotta get the troll mini-bosses first, else we'd just be coming back for them. They should have gone this way. Unfortunately, this group knows its shit. They're not lost. Like, which way do we go first, Bob? I'm glad no one wants to do the basement. Shit's just a waste. I think I got a wand with 2 charges. Oh, I turned him into a wisp in the middle of the fight. That's not good. Should we try again? There, oh, there you go. Goblin tank. Perfect. That's the best. I don't want to play a goblin permanently, but to have one as an illusion, that's fucking awesome. The goblin's the best one. He's got goblin sound effects. I'll wear anything. I don't want to waste other people's wands, because you can't cast them on yourself. You cast them on other people. As long as I can fight in it. The wisp and the bat are worthless. You can't fight in them, so you just have to collect them off. As if my fire mage didn't rock enough already. Now I'm getting goddamn clear cast. That means free flame strikes. Or blast waves, or fire blast. Of course, if you were frost, then you could just put it on cone of cold or blizzard. I mean, blizzards, flame strike and blizzard are very expensive, so you're putting it on expensive spells. I still gotta do all that Hinterland shit one more time. Only my mage and rogue have done it so far. But I kind of need to go there before coming here, because one of the quests chains into Sunken Temple, the one for the egg, that actually started in Tanarus, sends you to Feralus, sends you into Zul'Farrak, then it sends you to the elite area in the Hinterlands. Then it sends you in here. So. Of course, I will probably run this place a number of times on each character, but we would still like to get it done first. These guys can drop things. They can actually all drop blues. They drop greens or blues with random stats, but none of it's tradable. I've got my potions from the Blasted Lands. There's potions you can get from the Blasted Lands quest that increase one of your stats by 25 for 1 hour. And I get every potion on every character because I'm doing the quest for XP. Probably gonna chug the stamina one in here. That would be the most useful one to keep me alive. PTA. Okay. Oh, that. Well, I can sheep that. Goddamn gremlin. He's got that nice mace from Zul'Farrak that procs a thunderclap. It's fantastic to tank with. didn't drop for... I didn't see that drop once out of like 10 Sulfuric runs. I didn't see any of the one-hands drop. Not a one. But my rogue actually has dual swords now because I had another blue BOE drop. Tried to sell it for a mere 5 gold and it expired. Which is a damn waste. I need to just start, like, posting instead of putting them up, because then it wouldn't cost me anything if no one took it. But it's better than my rogue's offhand anyway. It's better than that bug he's using. I think it's called a Serpent Slicer. It would have been nice at 44, which is its level. But we gotta take what we can get. Hey, I'm a gnome mage now. Where's my intellect boost? I feel smarter already. Their body might be short, but their mind is long. I'm probably going to be respecking Frost after this dungeon. I really don't want to go into Blackrock Depths as fire. So fire will kind of reach its end life. Not to mention that in several of the dungeons at 60, it's also going to be worthless. Like Blackrock Spire, forget about it. Yeah. Wonder if these people will be up for another run. I could just fly my rogue down here and ding his run too. But these Blasted Lance potions, they stack with anything else in the game except for the potion from Zul'Gurub. There's a 2-hour potion from Zul'Gurub, and it will conflict with Blasted Lance. I know pretty much all of the consumable stacking, because I've raided a shit ton in Classic, and we would basically min and max most of these stackables things. Although there is a nice Excel sheet you could look up if you just do a search for classic consumable list. And I think the creator's name is Terradrill or Teladrill, something like that. And his name will be on it, and it's a Google Excel sheet, which I don't believe has everything, but gives you an idea. Some things it lists you actually would never do. So you'll notice a pattern where we're basically just going around in a circle, going down, getting a mini troll guy, then just going back up, going to the next one. That's basically going to unlock the door to this dungeon, because if you don't take these guys out, you can't get to the actual final bosses. I don't remember if all of them are locked. There's 3 of them. I'm not going to run down there and look. I don't know if it locks all of them or just certain ones. It's Blizzard's way of dragging out this dungeon and making sure you have to do all this shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't come in here. dungeon is a hell of a lot longer than it needed to be. Seems the best dungeons were the ones, the Scarlet dungeons and Razor Fiend Downs. They had a good length. They weren't excessive like Muradin. I can't dispel. He's got to be talking to the priest. I can decurse. Not the same thing. With this illusion, you're gonna get all the green gnome pussy. Over at Nomergon. Bombs away! I am the grenade. Just, you know, struggle to keep me alive. Poke you with my little dagger. It's a fucking epic showdown over here. Stab. I'm bigger than you, little gremlin. Really late in the game, there's actually a gnome costume you can get as part of the Naz Dormu rep shit. It allows you to become a gnome as much as you want, although you have to carry around several worthless shitty items, but my hunter was doing that for a little while. I was a gnome hunter and yeah, horde raids. Have any more mana. All stats minus 50, that's bad. The shields be down. Rise up, Atala, rise up. So I've linked like the only 3 quests that are worth doing in here. There's several others. No, we can't share it, because it was a chain. Got me, rune cloth bandages now. Did a little bit of undead farming in my spare time, which were, the mobs were 51 or 52. No pumpkin bags, of course. I'm trying to get my drink on back here. I bought something called Voodoo Ranger today, which is a bruise. I think it was 7 or 8%. I haven't opened one yet, though. I'm gonna hit that tomorrow. Today I just opened another one of my Red's Wicked Black Cherry. I didn't buy any more though, so I think there's 1 or 2 of those left. Gotta try new things. I like most of the Seagrams. So I bought 2 cases of their Seagrams. But they're only 4 packs, so guy was apparently a warlock. Unlike you, he gets triple pets. He just popped. No fell hunter. He only had those three. Okay, so now we have two choices. We can either go back to the ceiling and jump, or we can take the regular route back, which there are two paths back if you remember. No, I'm not even going to suggest that, because that's risky. Someone's going to screw it up, and then say, whose idea was it to jump? It's like, yeah, I suggested to jump, but not in that location. You can actually sheep in here, but you can't sheep any of the demons or the undead, which these corpse eaters are undead. But the witch doctors are humanoid. Fiery no mage. Intellect. Well, that would be shit anyway. Well, let's go into the vendor. Which, I do like Frost as well. But since I'm on a PvE server, and I don't have to deal with assholes coming after me all the time, I figured I would enjoy fire. Be plenty of time for Frost at 60 when fire is no longer viable. So we don't need to go in there anymore. We've already gone in there. What we are doing now, we completed the ring, although it wasn't necessary to get all of those mobs. So now we can go back to the first room of the dungeon. We want to head to the floor that had all the dragons on it. Or I hope we're not doing. Oh well, I guess we'll be recording it. There's a nice wrist there. I think mine's better at this point though. Well, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it if they want to do it. Now there's a mini-boss here that patrols around. Here. It's a giant flapping snake. You can actually tame it. That's a good snake to tame. Damn, I was about to start drinking. He's going to patrol into us at some point. This is the basement ring, which is also in a circle, but it's below where we were before. Oh, well that charged me back up. So if we're gonna do the basement shit, then what we've got to do... Fiery Wrath. I think I'll stay with mine. That would have been nice a long time ago. Most of the stuff they drop is after, long after it would have been useful to have. Look at that, level 4. 8%. Like all the brews seem to have. Although the Seagrams are only like 3.5. I don't care about the percentages though, because I'm not trying to get trashed. I just need the alcohol in my kidneys. I was tempted to drink an extra one today because it was Halloween night, but oh well. Now these statues here, they have to be activated in a certain order in order to spawn the boss down there at the very bottom. If you don't know the order, it's right here on this mod, or you could look it up online somewhere. If you mess up, that just means it'll start over and you're going to waste your time running the laps around this area, digging them over and over. Where is that snake? That's some damage. Mage is going to be fucking crazy when you get that arcane concentration maxed out and you keep dinging free spells. We've got it at 4 out of 5. One more level. But even though I don't want to come down here, at least we're recording it, so... I actually need to get us some buffs out. There is no group arcane intellect until like 56 on the final rank. The ability. I think the priests and druids get their group version sooner, but oh well. Definitely got to get back to Warlock on Burning Crusade, though. The destruction tree will actually be worth going. Get a Bell Guard. In Classic, the bottom talent for each page on Warlock is just crap. The 21s are actually better than the 31s. So as a Warlock in Classic, all the builds have you just get 221 talents and no 31. Because Blizzard's design was just retarded. They didn't seem to know or care about this class, or have any idea how it should be designed. In Burning Crusade, they actually made the new bottom talents at 41. They're actually good. So you'll start going to the bottom. The bottom of Affliction is Unstable Affliction, a new dot that nukes. If it gets dispelled, it nukes and silences the guy who dispels it. So you could stick your finger out at all the goddamn paladins that were dispelling your shit in Classic. So Blizzard finally came around and gave a shit about this class. But you couldn't do anything about that. At the bottom of Demology, you get a new pet, the Veil Guard. He basically renders all the others obsolete, but you have to be 41 points at the demo to get him. He's basically as buff as a Voidwalker with damage of the Succubus, and he doesn't have as much like armor as the Void or attack DPS as the Succubus, or magic resist as the Fell Hunter, but he combines the best of each world, so he's got like 2/3 of everything. So instead of having an all or nothing mentality, which that's why Warlock pets suck dick in Classic, Hunter pets get it all. They can deal all their damage with a fair amount of health, armor, and magic resist. As a Warlock, you have to choose which one do you want. Do I want my pet to have high health and armor, but no damage and no resist? Do I want him to have high resist, but no damage? Or do I want him to have decent damage, but no health, armor, or resist? or to be a little ranged runt that runs out of mana, which they all run out of mana. Meanwhile, the hunter pet has damn energy. Warlock should have had energy, except for maybe the imp. The imp was ranged, so it was fine for him to have mana, but the rest of them should have been energy. But they fixed this problem as well, because they finally... In Classic, there's no way to restore your pet's mana, which is another one of their glaring problems that Blizzard ignored. This is actually the first statue. But in Burning Crusade, there's a talent that causes your pet to get mana from life tap. Problem solved. It only took them 3 years to figure that out. To come up with that idea, which players probably suggested first. We killed the named Snake, by the way, which is just a mini-boss that patrols around this area. I don't remember the combination. Let's see. 2 is actually on the top. This run's gonna take twice as long because we're down here in the basement. Gotta get that junk boss. Wait for my blast wave. Free flame strike coming up. Cost another one. Sure, why not? It normally costs me 815 mana. I'm proccing them for free. These are of course spread out, so you can't just get them in a nice line. Lockbox, I'll be sending that to my rogue. I forget what skill I'm at, but I know I'm over 225. He's got the magma totem. More shamans need to use that. It's decent. If all the enemies are going to die very quickly, yeah, put down the fire nova. It's basically a grenade on a stick, but it's not as mana efficient as the magma just pulsing over and over. Fun dungeon for mage. Just blow everything up. Dungeons as a whole have been much more fun with this character. Oh, he's gonna ask me now. The guy who didn't want to come down here has to do the statues for you. Yeah, great. See, the first one is lit south. They glow green when they're lit. If you screw this up, they're gonna unlight. You'll have to start over. 3. This is one of the reasons why you have a map mod. Since it falls upon me. A hunter in here firing up all these would be useful. Okay, I'm gonna remember the rest. Southeast, top left, top right. Leo just put the order in the chat. One of them is over here. I don't know if he's hid. They're actually at the other two. This is top left. He'll just hit the thing, so I have to drag my raggedy green ass over there. Then this guy, the last one left. You're the only one left. Now we just have to get down there. There's the boss. Yeah, you want to jump down and risk death. Let me show you how the mage does it. Oh, never mind. You know, I've done that 100 times off camera, out in the field. Didn't take any fucking damage. Oh. Oh, that's bad. How the fuck? Well, it didn't aggro the boss, so we could just kill these, actually. I don't know if I aggroed that or what, but hardly matters, does it? This is why jumping is bad. Let's try and get rid of these non-elites. The priest is the first one to go. That's the guy we need alive. Running back to this dungeon, by the way, takes all fucking day. Fortunately, the shaman can just poof her back up. That's why it's nice to have paladins and shamans in the group. Having only one revive usually turns out to be a bust, because that's the person that'll get killed. But I also got some pumpkin pie, which is delicious, but I haven't cracked any of it open yet. Be tearing into that tomorrow. Which I'm very strict. I eat almost no sugar. I have kind, healthy grain bars, which are by no means delicious. They're not bad. They don't really have a taste to them. But that's what I eat instead of junk food. I don't drink any sodas or any caffeine. I don't add anything to my food like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, salt, none of that shit. I don't see the point. I don't do cheeseburgers. It's like the worst fast food that you could buy. I go for some chicken sandwiches, but times. But I figured I would have some... take the chastity belt off my mouth for once. And have some incredibly delicious pumpkin pie. Which will probably go straight to my ass, but... although I'm a very skinny guy. Well, we want to keep it that way. I already have weight I could lose. I don't need to gain more. Even though I'm only like 135. I hope that piece of shit there was worth all the trouble. But there's actually a quest for that totem thing in the middle there. Oh yeah, he died. Alright, everyone. Sally forth. You haven't even gotten to the core of this dungeon yet. This is the damn asshole of the dungeon. That altar, I think it's for another quest. We don't need it. I didn't need to come down here at all. But we're not going to complain about it. Private server, this would be one of the things I would say greetings name, because they didn't type the goddamn text. But damn near everything that had text would not be scripted on a private server because it couldn't be bothered. And it would just say greetings name. No stack. Heart of the Wild. I don't even have the quest. This is the path out here. Resist. Can't resist that one. Like them crits. Let's get on with this dungeon. This is what it's like to be a pissant. Oh damn, I used the clear casting on a Frost Nova. Derp. Frost Nova is 115 mana. Flame Strike is 815. It's a pretty big difference. Gotta be careful. It's not the first time it's happened, it won't be the last. At least it was the highest rank of Frost Nova, not rank 1. I used the highest rank of my spells. How much gold do I have now? Let's see. 419 total. My bank has been going up because I've been selling shit on him. Then I don't have to bother taking the others to a city unless they want to train or use a bank, but there's a bank in Gadgetzan and Booty Bay, so if you're using those, you basically don't need a city at all. So I would just mail my shit to the guy who lives in Org and never leaves. That's why his money is all the way up to 85. But I actually sold two 25 gold flame whelp pets, which I got from the Badlands, because I was farming these dragon whelps. Because I want some small fire sacks. They're used for a few things. I think they're used for the chili and the fire protection potions, which I'm massing up. Those are going to be very helpful in Blackrock depths. Got a few dozen now, I think like 6 stacks. Still got a stockpile of nature pots that I never burned through because I only used a handful of them, but maybe it would have been useful to bring them in here because these dragons will be doing some nature. So this is the main area of the dungeon. Will of the Forsaken. Pretty sure that's on a vendor. The dumbest question of the day award goes to: why is it called a Jed in Rendra? Why would you think? Obviously, it's because that's what they want to go there to do. They only want to get Jed, Rend, and fuck the rest. Yep. Farming Jed. What an annoying thing to do. Blizzard decided to put one of your best drops on a fucking rare spawn. So you're just running in the dungeon, typing /target Jed. Oh, is he here? No, okay, run out, reset, walk back in. Because you don't want to do the dungeon without him. They really should have just made him always there so you wouldn't have to bother with this shit. If he didn't have your best trinket, you wouldn't have to bother. Out of the 3 items that he drops, 2 of them you don't give a shit about. You're after the trinket. But anyway, with these dragons here, we need to clear every single green dragon in this whole place. Any of them that you don't kill will help the dragon boss. Kind of like the cathedral with Mogreen. It doesn't happen with all the mobs in this dungeon, just the dragons. Anything green and scaly. Do they all have nightmare in the name? So if you miss any of these packs, you go attack the boss, probably gonna die. haven't died yet with my fire build. But it's not just the survivability that'll be an issue. Blackrock depths, everything's gonna have high fire resist or be fire elementals are literally immune. How many mobs are resistant to ice? None. It's the same way in Blackrock Spire. Lower and upper. We could go get Jamal the Prophet first. The dragons won't aggro on the troll boss. They aggro on the dragon boss. But hey, wherever they want to go next. I'm just carrying the fire bombs. Uh-oh. If you're gonna keep aggro of any of these, keep the big one. The little whelps are not even a lead. Juan's not going to do shit in here because it's nature, and these are nature dragons. They're going to resist it. Oh well. Alright, slurp it down. Combustion ready. This is 4 elites. Well, it was. Uh-oh. I made it mad. Trimmer Totem from your shaman can actually pop the sleep these dragons were casting. If he'll use it. This area here heads the dragon boss to the south. So don't go that way until there are no green dragons left in the dungeon other than him. Gotta tell other people their class. Although he could be one of the folks who's like, I didn't train that. That is not one of the dragons. It's a flapping cock, which you can also tame, but it has a different model than the other one. The mini boss one had a nice red model on it. Bucket spam explosion. I didn't hotkey enough. I needed one more explosion. Well, I could add another one. copy and paste, but there you go. That's what? I only had 4? 5's better. I might just take the cone of code off of there, but... Two of those critted. The upside with Frost would be all the extra survivability. Ice Barrier is a good all-around shield that we don't have as fire. It'll absorb anything. And it's not a horrible waste of mana like Mana's Shield. Then they can go invulnerable. With Ice Block. And technically, Cold Snap repops the cooldown of all your Frost spells. So it can allow you to double pop Cone of Cold or double pop Ice Barrier or Ice Block. High skill cap there for extra survivability, because you could bubble, you could barrier, block, snap, barrier and block again. Looks like we'll be doing the Hakar event. I've never known how to say that right. I think everyone that's ever said it does it differently. It's like, no, not this way, it's that way. This is for the god, Hakar. You need to have the egg from your quest. You gotta have the quest in order to do it. This event can be rough. Get us some rebuffs. Don't start it now while the mage needs his order. Get the feeling I'm the only one who knows what's about to go down. The doors will close. Okay. We actually need this. Probably wasn't very clear in my explanations, but... that is one of the mobs that will drop the water or whatever to put out these torches. We need to put them all out. I don't know who got it. I didn't get it. Someone has to loot from that. The Hakari blood. Put out the torches. We gotta do it 4 times. Of course, it had to go to someone who doesn't know what to do with it.
I taste the blood.
The these suppressors will try to relight the torches, which is also bad. So if you ignore them, they're going to turn the torches back on and undo your progress. At least I believe that's what they do. We got one out. Here's another snake. It will probably just go back and forth. My memory on it is not flawless. Okay, I will go put out a torch. Shit gets done right away when it's on my turn. But I'm not trying to tank or heal this either. The shade of a care keeps taunting us. That is not actually Haker. Haker is a final boss in Zolgarub, which is a 20-man raid. At the moment, we just need to wait. The good news, though, is that you can actually drink. On shitty private servers, they would keep you combat tagged for the entire event, which made this shit like 10 times more difficult than it needed to be, or was originally. Also, the doors would have a tendency to not reopen after you wipe, so they would only give you one shot. Normally, the gates close just to lock you in. If you wipe, the doors, you can come back in here and try again. You're not limited to one attempt. On shit private servers, though, the doors just go down and then they stay that way. So you get one attempt. If you beat the boss, they would open back up. But like if you wiped, it's because the event would never reset. It would just hang in limbo, so the game would think that you're still going. It wouldn't properly reset like it needed to. So it would end if you beat it, and the doors would open. But if you die, you don't beat it, and the game wouldn't. The game would not realize that, oh, everyone's dead. I need to reset, start over, despawn all the mobs, open the door. There's one left. So this will keep going until either you die or put out all the torches. We got another one. When we get all the torches out, the boss will spawn, which is not the real Haker, just a ghost of him. Someone picked it up already. He's taking care of him.
I am here.
Here's our boss. And picking him up on top of all these other mobs wasn't the best idea. I mean, if you just sit in a corner, like he wouldn't aggro. Oh, he's not aggroing yet. The door opened and shut. Did it bug? I think it's broke. No, he's here. We're good. The doors were not supposed to do that, but at least we're able to kill him. Even Blizzard can't get it right, I guess. No surprise. Valid target, oh. And we just whacked the boss. Wasn't very hard to do. Leather and plate. Can't use either of those. But we got our quest. Use the essence to fill the egg. The egg is used to start the event. 5-minute cooldown. That gets us our quest. But the egg is not consumed by spawning him, though. It just has a cooldown on it. You're still using that from 23? Any green BOE would have been better. Mail and plate. I thought some of my slots were bad. Well, let's get back to the dragon slaying. If there's any left in here. We could just go to Jamol. Worry about... We almost got all the dragons, though. This whole room is empty. Large group of non-elite mobs, my favorite. This is what the mage likes to see. It means these mobs are gonna all be a bunch of fucking sissies. There you go. Well, big and orange. We're about to be to the troll area, or the final troll area, which the green dragons will not aggro on him. Some are still in the way. Buffing Fort not having any mana while we're pulling is maybe not the best time. Our combustion went all the way up to 7. Got those crits. 2 casts. Frost doesn't have all the criticals. Not unless you freeze the target first, which you can't really do in dungeons. Got 4 undead mobs. I cannot... You should really put down a tremor here. It would be very helpful. These guys are gonna fear the shit out of us. Gonna be lines of shit on the floor from all of the beers. He's got a trimmer, that's good. We're getting ghosts. Like the movie Ghost of Mars. Damn ghost comes out, pops out, comes after you. I used to love that movie. What was that lady's name? I can't believe I forgot her name. Or it's no, it's Natasha Henridge. Back when she was in, like, serious adult-themed movies. Now she went the ways of the Hallmark Channel. She was in Ghost of Mars, and she was also in the first two Species movies, which were the only two good ones. 3 and 4 are complete garbage. I have them. I don't recommend them. I have them just because I collect series. Even if it's no good. That kneeling guy over there is actually cannibalizing a corpse, but they didn't bother to put an animation on it. So he just crouches down. Those ghosts really fucking hurt, by the way. I mean, they will drop you in a couple swings. So if you see a ghost coming for you, run in the opposite direction. Just like in real life. If you see one of these things coming for you, run away. We still didn't get all of our fetishes. But I was most likely going to do more than one run per character anyway. At this point, I don't think I'm going to get the other half. You go somewhere else, Moth. This isn't one of the little tiny ones either. This is actually a moderate-sized one. Sheep that dumb fucker. He's humanoid. Burn. 7 stacks on combustion. Damn, did I just triple crit a blast wave? It's getting hot in here. Which is good, because it's cold in my room. Although I like the cold. Winter suddenly came back today. The temperature dropped like 30 degrees in a day. So, like, in the morning, it was hot. 12 hours later, it's cold. So you're turning your air conditioner off, turning your heater on. Guess what we're probably going to be doing tomorrow? Turning the heaters back on, turning the air conditioner, or even I'm getting them confused at this point. Turning the heaters back off, the air conditioners back on. It's just back and forth, back and forth. My blast wave is what? How much mana is that? Yeah, that's like less than half a flame strike, so. The ghosts are usually chasing the healers because they have a threat meter, and since you can't hurt the damn things, I mean, the ghosts are invulnerable. You can't CC them or shackle them or anything. But you're still building up threat on them. So they're usually going to be running down your healers. Although when they first spawn, they don't have any threat because they don't remember the threat from the mob that they pop out of. They have their own threat meter. So as soon as they pop out, they're just going to swing at whoever's in front of them. I think that's how it works. I could be random. But in my experience, they're usually going for your healer. That would indicate that they don't like the threat. clear casting flame blast. Clear casted another one and it critted. Okay, we are up to Jamal the Prophet and his butt buddy. His name, Ogrim the Wretched. I don't think we can sheep him. One is undead, the other is humanoid. But they probably both immune to shit.
The soul flayer comes.
I also got some pumpkin cupcakes, but I'm probably not going to eat them though.
Join us.
I damn sure ain't gonna cook, so if I'm getting something for someone, it's just gonna go to the bakery off of Walmart. Here you go. What are you laughing at? You mind controlled our warrior, by the way.
Join us.
It's immune. Fist of the Damned. That would have been nice in the 40s. I mean, at this point, it's basically shit. Although I think it's better than my rogue's offhand, sadly. Investments of the Adaha Prophet. I'm tempted to just let the priest have those, because Spirit is a good stat for them. It's not a very good stat for us. But yeah, 11 intellect, 27 spirit. That thing is prime for priest. And there's a couple of items in here. There were also some in Oldaman and Zolfurek. They're just very high in spirit for some reason. As if Blizzard would think that people actually cared about that stat. It's like, let's put high spirit on these items. Players will love that. It's like no one cares about goddamn spirit. After you kill Jamal, by the way, 4 elite dragons come down. If you haven't killed Jamal yet, then I believe you can go kill the final boss first. These guys will not be in the dungeon yet, so they're not gonna interfere with the boss fight. If they're here though, because you killed Jamal, you better kill them first. They come in packs of 2. They're nature dragons. If you're the tank, put your back up against a wall because they punt you like 30 yards. These guys can drop blues, but apparently not in our run. So we are almost done with the dungeon. We're heading to the final boss down here to the south. It's a green sleeping dragon named Erintus. Here's the other 2 dragons back there. Alright, here's the combustion. It's coming up. I think I got it one. How many crits did I get in there? Get this shit off me. Fire hot. If I was Frost, we'd just be standing here casting Improved Blizzard. but it does snare the enemies with a chance to freeze them if you've got the talents. You've got so much more survivability and control than what fire has. Frost is overall better than fire, though. It's just... you still got decent DPS damage with a large boost to your survivability as well. The fire damage is not high enough to justify what it gives up. Like Frost, you get the best of both. With this one, you're just getting damage. Nice stick. We are about to fight the final battle. It's our head of Jamal. So on our 3 quests, we'll be getting an armor trinket, although I don't have enough fetishes for it. So that'll be another run to try and get the rest of those. This is useful for everyone, much like the Mark of the Chosen when you're soloing, because you're the one taking the hits. Jamal the Prophet. Look, another high spirit cloth item. Mail helmet. Good for hunters and shamans. He is 55. That is a very nice dagger. I think that's higher than the damn Thrash Blade on DPS. Hat. Probably gonna stick with the one that I have. That would have been nice if I did not get this one. But anyway, to actually look at the boss we're fighting. Got my combustion up. That'll give us 3 crits whenever they happen. You're guaranteed 3 crits from combustion, you're just not quite sure when they're going to occur. Burn! I am burning him. Let's see. Drop the wand. The DPS of that one is clearly better than the one that we've got. Mail helmet, which we don't want. Kinda tempted to take that wand. I do wand quite often. And that would be 55. I already passed one item to that priest. This one would actually be helpful. Pick up the gem that he drops, walk right over here, turn it in. You get this garbage trinket. I'm gonna lose some stamina on that switch, but I do wand often. Especially when I'm alone, because when I get a mob down to like the last 10%, I just wand them out. Losing some stamina, but this trinket could have been nice, but they put a 15-minute cooldown on it. We would actually want to go to well, this quest is Stonearm, but it's not done. This one has to be going back to the Hinterlands, which is where I should go next. I guess we'll port Undercity. Well, I was picking the port because I'm casting it. I'm paying for it. But coincidentally, I went with Undercity.
What will you require?
I think we need more of these. But yeah, this trinket, by the time you can get it, I mean, with a 15-minute cooldown, it's just way too long. And for engineers and mages, it's even more worthless.
Victory.
My other guys can just throw dynamite. My rogue has a flamethrower. One more level, max that clear casting. We've got 8 out of 10 though, the percentage. So all spells, well, anytime a damage spell hits the target, get a 10% chance to make the next spell free, which has to be a damage spell. It can't be an arcane brilliance or something. Should I go get the, oh, and I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to be taking the Zep after this anyway. We'll get it then. The Wicker Man. I've been regularly getting the Wicker Man buff. Every night after 8 p.m. during the All Hallows Inn event, you could just run outside the Undercity, go to where the burning scarecrow is, and you can get a 2-hour buff on yourself. It increases your health by 25% and your health and mana regen by 25%. My warriors and rogues have been grinding basically non-stop with that Wicker Man buff, because the amount of regen they get off of it is just nuts. There he is, right there. They've been setting that on fire every night at 8 p.m. I've only went to it once. They say some fancy speech and shit, but anyway, that's going to conclude our first round of Sunken Temple. I'll probably run it a couple of times for each character, especially to get this fetish quest done. But we're only going to be recording one as usual. I'm about to go turn this in and get my new legs. I'm going to trade my old spirit legs for my new spirit legs, basically. This one. I could take that dagger, but as a mage, is that? Wait a minute. That actually vendors for the most, since we don't want the hat. I will be taking the dagger. Same DPS as my dagger. That's probably going to become my rogue's new offhand when he gets it. I think that DPS is a little bit higher than the Thrash Blade, but the Thrash Blade hits hard, so it needs to be in the main hand. With the Fury Warrior, he doesn't really care about hitting damage at all. That's something that arms warriors care about. But if I have a choice, it's still better to put the harder hitting weapon in the main hand and the faster one in the offhand. Because he does have Overpower and Cleave, which hit for weapon damage. It's just his main strike, the Bloodthirst, doesn't. It just runs right off of attack power. It doesn't care how hard the weapon hits. Fuck your lake. But that's going to conclude this one. We will be back for the other characters when we get to them.